glad you were able to join us for Coffee with a Counselor today. I'm Cassidy Goins, and I'm going to be talking to you about anger management and how your children can express anger in a healthy, positive way. As we begin, I want to remind you that anger is a normal emotion. The goal of working with children on their anger is not to prevent them from ever feeling angry, but to help them express their feelings in a healthy way. A great way to remind children of this is to tell them that it's okay to be mad, but it's not okay to be mean. While children are ultimately responsible for the choices they make, there are things that you can do as a parent or guardian to support your child as they work on anger management. One of the first steps for working on anger management is to consider what your child is trying to communicate. A lot of times, these angry feelings are just manifestations of other emotions, like jealousy, disappointment, sadness, frustration, or a range of others. By considering what the root of the anger is, you will be able to better help your child work through it. We'll talk about coping skills more later, but for now, I just want to talk about developing a coping skills plan with your child. Using these strategies will really help your child be able to calm down in the moment, and the more that they're able to practice these, the more natural they will feel to them. You can make a picture of these coping strategies and hang it where they can see it. Now, this is going to be different depending on your kid and what they like and, their age, what this picture will look like. But you can hang it anywhere around where you live. It can be where they sleep. It can be on the fridge. It can be on the bathroom mirror. Anywhere where they can see it and be reminded of those coping skills. Now, when they do use these coping strategies, you want to really praise your child for managing their emotions in a healthy way. It takes work and practice. So if your child is using these coping skills, then that's awesome. And they really need reminded how great of a job they're doing. So the tricky part is when your kid is in this heightened state. It's really hard to manage your own anger sometimes. But just remember that sometimes if you're angry and they're angry, it'll just add fuel to the fire. So if you notice that you start to get angry, it's important to use your own coping skills. This will help you support your child, but it also gives them a chance to see you modeling the behavior that you want to see from them. Luckily, there are so many coping skills for anger that we can teach our children. Some of these examples are deep breathing. This helps relax your child's body and mind. Walking away, I know this isn't always possible, but if there is a trigger that's causing your child to feel angry, then sometimes it's best to walk away from the situation. Doing something physical like stretching, punching a pillow, or ripping paper into a trash can. Here at school, I really like to encourage jumping jacks, brain breaks, walking down the hallway with an adult, something to get their body kind of moving and get some of that anger and stress released. Another thing is to get a drink. Sometimes cold water or even taking a bite of food can just shift our mood completely. Talking to an adult about how they feel. Here at school, they have safe people like me, their teacher, the principal, someone they feel safe around, but at home, usually that's going to be you. So making sure that you listen to them and understand and help them through the anger. And then thinking about things that make them happy. Here at school, I ask them things like their favorite food or their favorite drink, their favorite thing to do, a favorite memory, something that makes them happy and distracts them from those angry feelings. So one of the coping skills we talked about was for your child to talk to a safe adult. Sometimes it's not easy to know what to say when your child is feeling very angry and they've kind of let their emotions get out of control. So some things that you don't want to say are calm down, stop crying, stop being a baby, I don't know why you're acting like this, and go away. These will not validate your child's feelings. They will make them feel like they're wrong for feeling this way. While anger is a normal emotion, some children just don't know how to cope with it. Some things that you can say to show that you're understanding them and that you're there for them, or I see you're feeling angry. This helps the child identify that they are feeling angry because some children don't even realize what emotion they're feeling at the time or why they're acting the way that they are. You can say, let's work through this together. How can I help you? By putting yourself as a team, it makes the child feel not alone and like they don't have to handle this big emotion by themselves. Let's try taking deep breaths together. Again, by doing this together, you're promoting those coping skills. You're showing that you can help them with this and you're a team working together to fight this big emotion. And then let's try again. By giving the child a second chance, it shows them that there are second chances in life, and everybody makes mistakes and everybody has these feelings. We just have to learn how to deal with them in a healthy way. Anger is a difficult, uncomfortable emotion for even adults to feel. So when children experience this, it's even harder for them to cope with. That's why getting these coping skills and techniques in now is important. So when they grow older and they're adults, they are able to deal with anger. Now, some kids struggle more with anger than others. And if that's the case with your child, it's important that you talk to someone like your pediatrician or your school counselor so they can give you resources in the community that can help you. Thank you for visiting this episode of Coffee with a Counselor. I'm Cassidy Goins, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.